Picker guys, look over there to your right at the one away mark is that orange mark on pit road.
Okay, I just realized that you didn't hear any of that. Holy mackerel.
Right,
but it's too late to restart now.
The road's closed.
Yeah, it is. We've got, I'm 13th out of 17. It's the MOAR series, 2 hours of the Nurburgring combined with the Nordschleife. Ah. 2 hours of racing. I am freezing cold. It is really cold. Wind's howling outside. The heat's on, but it's just barely keeping up. Can't wait for summertime. So we've got 2 hours here.
Like be lining up behind
I really should have done a lot more practice.
All right, buddy. Line up behind the 17.
A lot more testing.
Buddy. Line up behind the 19.
I don't know any of the other drivers. I was talking to Howard 74, HAUE 74 on Twitch. He's in the split above me, giving me some tips about tires, refueling, and stuff like that.
Line up behind the 27.
Let's see how much fuel I can put in this thing. 21.1 gallons is the most I can put in it. Alright. Alright, some people are already slowing down because you don't want to be too close. It's a long race. There's no reason to you know, go crazy at the start. I'm sure someone will go crazy at the start. They always do.
Big deep breath, but nice and smooth here. That's fun.
Let's have some fun. 2 hours. So there's plenty of time for fun.
Pace car's off. You ready?
Pace car is off. I might have 4 cars behind me. I might have 3. I don't know. You don't know if everybody always grids. They don't always grid. I'm going to just let up just slightly to let this guy go by.
Still there.
Just because. Oh, there goes somebody really charging hard.
Left side.
What a clown. 33. Watch out for 33. He's either really good or
clear. Left side.
completely reckless. You decide.
Clear. Left side. Still there. Clear. Clear.
But I saw 33 coming like a bat out of Hades. And I was like, nope. It's lap 1 of a 2-hour race. I'm not doing it. They might be really good, really fast. They might win this race. Dude, this guy behind me is a clown. I don't know what he's doing. He's pulling out like he wants to pass me, so I let up thinking he'll pass me, and he lets up. Don't pull out if you're gonna lift. Come on. Come on! There's a train behind me, which is not what I want. I would have happily let them all pass. We're just looking for safety here on lap 1. I don't even know how many stops we have to make. I don't know. It looks like a one-stop race. Okay, this guy has gone to the inside. He's clearly trying to make a pass, and another guy's trying to make a pass. You're both gone. There you go. And that other guy's just hanging back like a smart guy. And then there's pit stop starters behind him. Green flag. Why is there a green flag? Has there been that green flag there the whole time? Probably so. The start of the race gives you a green flag for a long time. I just haven't noticed it. But yeah, I'm also getting used to the setup. Just got this set up 10 minutes prior to the race, so it's a little bit, well, it's rather different from the one I was used to. The one I was used to was much tighter. This one's quite loose. I mean, not so that I'm gonna. I mean, it might catch me. I'm worried it might catch me off guard at some point. But hopefully, I'll get used to it by the time that becomes an issue. Yeah, we're getting used to that, and the heavier fuel load. I've only done, I have driven this car around here all week long. There's been shorter 30-minute races. I have done those, but, you know, it prefers you a bit, but you need, oh, there's a yellow, but nothing on the spotter, nothing on the relative. So something might have happened. Whoa! Okay, so that we don't want to do that again. Really don't want to do that again. Really, so let's be careful at that point. Somebody's already disconnected. That is crazy. Since they've already disconnected, I don't think it's wrong of me to hope that they were a TCR. I mean, it's already happened. I'm not saying I hope anybody still in the race crashes, but if you've already crashed, hopefully I get something out of it. Okay, so I've got two things to consider when I did my drift earlier. I was completely off the throttle, which might have been a mistake on my part, and I should keep a little throttle on there just to keep the car. I don't know how to drive front-wheel drive cars. Even in real life, we got a rear-wheel drive car, so, you know. Or maybe I should just dab the brakes a little bit before that turn, which is the safe and prudent way to go, which is probably what I should do. Because what I do know about front-wheel drive cars is it's two tires doing all the work. So you can either accelerate or brake or steer. The more you do of one, the less you do of the other.
Eyes open.
Oh,
Spin. He's on the left.
Horsey me.
Keep going.
Did you see him? You saw him. He was moving forward a little bit. I didn't want to see him at all around the blind corner, but then when he started moving forward, it was extra bad. And that was scary. This car does not like taking lefts at high speeds. I'm a little,
Right side.
I gotta tell you, I'm a little worried about this section now. It's, I couldn't use my other setup. I could not use my other setup because I couldn't put fuel in it. Well, I couldn't put as much fuel as I wanted into it, as much fuel as I'm allowed. That would just kill my lap times, making stops every 4 laps. That would be a 3-stop race instead of a 1-stop race. We don't want that, but it looks like it's going to be a 1-stop. Time is currently telling me 14 laps in this race, and the fuel tank says 8 laps per tank. So we shall see. And the other thing, there's lots of things going on, was that the tires. Do we need to replace the tires when we pit stop? I had discussions with Howard because he drives this car a lot, and Ben and I just bought this car a week ago? Week and a half now? Right before the season started. This is week 2, so yeah, I guess about a week and a half. So, I've never done anything like an endurance race, just those quick little 30-minute ones. So he said replace the tires if at the pit stop they are less than 70% worn. Now my old setup, there's no way that would have been 70% worn because that thing was steady as a rock. I never slid the tires. It kept me planted, and it felt like a dream. This thing, I feel like I'm using the tires. And I'm braking a lot more than I did in the 30-minute races because of the setup. So I don't know what to tell you. Will I change tires or not at the pit stop? Your guess is as good as mine. Right now they're set to not be replaced. Alright. Oh, and one last very tricky part coming up. The way the car handles, I think I will brake earlier for the end of the lap here than I normally do. Normally I can fly it in there. And this thing is planted, but I'm not used to the setup. What I've seen so far, I'd have issues. So let's just not try anything too crazy here. It's a long race. All right. Oh boy. Yeah, that. Oh man. Oh jeez. Okay. That was GT4, 2 GT4s in the pits, 3 GT4s in the pits, no TCRs.
10 minutes 6 class.
Well, that's slow. Although technically we were starting much further back than other cars. But I am still getting used to it. So we're 12th out of 17. Where did we start? 13th? So we did make up one position. Yeah, the guy who spun in that corner and almost just destroyed us. So no TCRs out. Let's I guess there's no TCRs out. Well, they're not in the pits. Could have already withdrawn. That one guy did withdraw. And this, I don't like it. Okay, so Daniel D. Molina is not set a time, so he might have been one TCR that dropped out. I don't know. But I'm concerned about this car's cornering. I like a car that's really planted. It might not be the fastest setup, but that's what I like. That's part of the problem when you buy setups, pay somebody, or you get them from somebody else. You know, they're setting it up for what they like and what's fastest for them. And it might be what's fastest for most people, but not always. You know, different people like different things. You know, different driving styles will get the most out of different setups for whatever reason. Are we piggy in the middle here already? Guys behind, knock on wood, don't seem to be catching up. Guys ahead, I'm not really sure I'm catching them at all. This is a bit early in the race to have that. Lap 2 of apparently 14. It might be 14, might be 13, depending on how the ball lands at the end. These timed races, it doesn't really depend on me so much as you know, the leaders when they cross the start-finish line. Okay. And it might have been that my tires were just cold on lap 1. Braking there seemed a bit too much. So I don't know. Sadly, my IR is my I rating. For those of you not familiar with iRacing, my I rating has been just dropping like a stone lately. Last season I tried the LMP2s. That did not go well. I lost several hundred IR with those. And this season we're trying the Lotus 49. It's just difficult. We did one earlier. You can see it on YouTube. It's very difficult to drive that car. And not getting a lot of points out of it. The Lotus 79 we're also doing, which is not giving me a lot of points either. So I don't know. I looked to see where all my I rating came from before, and it was all Indy cars. Getting like, oh, yellow flag. Oh, it's that same GT4. Yeah, all my I rating really has come from Indy cars. Like 4,000 I rating. Plus, that's all plus. That's not net, or well, you know, I guess that is net. I've gained 4,000 I rating from the Indy cars on iRacing. So, you know, they were very good to me. I did like them a lot, but you know, times change. Oh no. I'm really catching up this GT4. Oh no, I'm faster than him. Oh no. He's been destroyed. I really don't want to be faster than him. Yeah, he's pulling over. That's unfortunate for him
On your left.
and for me.
You're clear.
Alright, Fabrizio. Well, thank you though. Let me give him, I don't have a thanks. I have a sorry. Fabrizio, if you're watching this, thank you. I mean, he's a good guy. Trust me, a lot of people would not pull over like that when they're damaged. I've had people, just drive in the middle of the track, just completely clueless. And I'm on this track. I mean, you cannot drive in the middle of the track here and not expect to get demolished if you're off the pace. But yeah, so that's a classy move on his part. That's the thing, I guess, in any online racing service. That, you know, you got your good guys and you got your bad guys. Some people are gentlemanly and will be polite. Other people just don't care. Some people are just evil. Alright, so you got your polite guys, your not so polite guys, your clueless guys, and your evil guys who just want to watch the world burn. Alright, the tires are feeling better that they've warmed up, but I'm still concerned. And I'm on edge for that opening lap. Okay, yeah, so they're never gonna be how I really like to push them. I love it when it's so steady and you can just, you know, drive it as hard and push as much as you want because you know it'll stick. That's how I go faster. You know, it might be a slower setup, but for me as a driver, it lets me drive faster. When it's skittish like this, I just don't push. You know, it makes me afraid to push it. Will say I got a lot higher ride height in the Impact setup. I was getting destroyed over that crust. I just bottom out every time. So hard. Yeah, cars ahead are definitely pulling away. Dang it. Well, where does that leave me? Passing dying GT4s. Hoping that the TCRs have a little argy-bargy. Not necessarily to knock them out, just to slow them down for a bit. It's going to be hard to talk for 2 hours. Especially that it's so cold. Boy, and at work, they never cleaned. We were working at home for 2 years, and they never cleaned the office one time, not once. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. But, I mean, we've got sensitive stuff in there that I guess makes sense that they just can't let people in. They can look at anything and who knows what would happen. And it makes sense, but boy, are we paying the price for it. So dusty and dirty. Alright, it's 2 down. Oh, it's already. It's telling me this is a 13 lap race. See, so
9 minute 40.9.
9:40, 20 seconds faster. So it's you know, it'll constantly adjust how many laps are in the race based on, you know, what the cars are doing. 12.5, that's not much fuel at all. Although, oh, I guess you can't see the 12.5. I was going to show how smart I was, but you can't see how much fuel I actually need to use. I need to refuel 12.5, and I set my macro for my button to 12.5. Tell me that isn't 200 IQ. Although if I was going faster, maybe I could use more fuel. Oh! 200 IQ in the head, 20 IQ in the foot. Alright, keep an eye on that GT4 back there. I guess he was in the pits and came out. So we are down one TCR. There. Well, this is a pretty big track for pretty small cars. The next MOAR, it's every other week, every 2 weeks. The next MOAR is at Summit Point, which is a pretty small track. So there's going to be a lot of traffic in that one, and I expect lots of argy-bargy, getting those elbows out and having some issues. I remember the first Lotus 79 race, I was, well, the first week I was thinking about doing it. It was at Summit Point. And I'm like, I am not driving this car the first time at Summit Point because those cars are fast, dangerous, and Summit Point is short and quick. I'm like, oh, that's, those are four adjectives that I don't need for my first race ever in the car. But yeah, every iRacer knows Summit Point. It's the beginner's track where all the rookies race, where everybody learns their craft. So hopefully, that'll be interesting next time. Very interesting. Alright, so I just did a little dab of the brake there. We'll do less and less. Because that first lap, that drift was scary. So I'll just do less and less braking. Maybe I can let up on it completely. I don't know. Okay. Well, fast around any corners is hair raising. Ooh. Stutter there. Do not want to have stutters on the Nordschleife. I remember once I had one in Indianapolis. I still was able to drive. It was kind of a long one too. You get so used to the angles of the corners that you can easily come out of a corner blindfolded. Alright, so keep an eye out to let this guy go through. Hopefully he waits till after this next corner. After the corner. Good man. I'll stay over here, give me the whole track.
One on the right side. Clear, clear.
There we go. Now hopefully all my GT4 experiences today will be that smooth and easy. Ooh. We'll have it all the TCRs. Couple TCRs have are in the pits. Little break there. Speeding while turning is not this car's strong suit. Like I said, you can accelerate, brake, or turn. Choosing two of those is I really recommend it. It's throwing me for a loop looking at the relative. Because where it should be the P15 TCR, it's the P15 GT4. And like they're both P15. I'm like, wait a second. This is so much nicer than that Lotus 49 race at Donington. I mean, you wouldn't think so. The Nordschleife is attractive. You gotta pay attention, be respected, but be respectful. But it's so much easier to drive than that Lotus 49. I mean, I'm sure if I were pushing this thing 100%, it would be pretty darn scary, and it's getting me at times, but the Lotus 49 does not have an easy mode at all. Quick track like Donington, there was just no time to look at anything. Couldn't look at the standings, could barely look at the relative just to check the time when are the next leader's going to pass me. And just glance for a second to look at it. Back to the track. But yeah, I've only done a few races in the TCR cars. They're not too shabby. They are recommended. You know, I don't get why people drive a lot of the cars. I don't care for GT3s or GT4s. Most of the GT cars really don't I don't get along with, just because I don't know why. I'm not a good driver. They're too heavy. They're less responsive than I like. You know, doing so many open-wheeled cars, you know, they're very responsive. But the GT cars, it's a different kind of racing. You got to go more with the momentum, I guess. I don't know what I'm talking about. But the TCR, I'm liking the TCR. It's you know, it's a proper car. But
My man, keep throwing them down.
throwing them down,
So we got a bit.
but it's not too heavy. The power to weight ratio is probably just as bad as you'd expect, but it's not as heavy. So it doesn't, maybe that's because of the front wheel drive, but it doesn't feel as heavy. Any of what I'm saying makes sense, I don't know. Alright, so we're pushing it a little bit more in that section. Like I said, I'll get used to this setup. I'll try pushing a little bit more and more. Okay, yep. A couple of TCR cars in there, including P11. So we're gonna be moving up a spot.
9 minutes.
You cannot pit now. Uh-oh. We're actually much slower than I was in the races, in the practice impact races. So we'd like to be going a lot faster, but I guess the setup. Literally could not put more fuel into that car with the setup I had because it got too heavy. It's bottoming out. So I had no choice. I had another setup, but that was, let's just say, uncontrollable. And it appears that I might be getting caught from the two cars behind. Not by a lot. I mean, like by a second or two. I mean, you can tell more than me by telling what their last lap times were. I think just a second or two, so, you know, nothing that I'm in immediate danger of. But being such a long race, a second or two a lap, well, actually that wouldn't really, well, 2 seconds could catch up with me, so we'll see. Put in a little bit more fuel. So much more at 12.5 guesstimate. One other thing Howard told me about the tires, that you know, I'm leaving the tires off, but if I see them, you know, below 70% or so, that I should change them. But only change the fronts, and you can only check them after you stop. So I might be making a really quick adjustment at the pit stop. All right, grab my mouse, and click the tire change buttons. Said I didn't need to change all. Should I change all four? Because he did say that once I changed just the fronts, that the front would be grippy and the rear would not be grippy. And that is kind of the problem I'm having now, that the front is grippy and the rear wants to go on its own. I mean, like I said, every driver likes a different kind of car. You know, one size fits all. I am not sure I want a grippy front end and a... Alright, I just did a very little dab of the brakes there. Is that what I want to keep doing? But anyway, so yeah, do I want a grippy front end and a loose, slidey rear end? But do I want to lose all the time changing tires? mean, it'll take a long time. I'm not sure how long, but I asked, and Howard was quite specific that it will take time to change the tires. It's not like a open wheeler where it's on, off, where you blink an eye. So, I mean, I don't want to lose 2 spots with those cars behind because I changed the rear tires and they don't. Although all this might just be, well, I guess it is just supposition on my part. I might not be changing any tires. Heck, other people might change tires, which could see me move up the order. You never know. I wonder if I'm catching the Pedro ahead. I don't remember someone being that particular distance. I'm either catching him or he's not getting away from me. 23 seconds ahead seems about normal. The other guy's getting away, sadly. So I guess the goal here would be in the top half, which is 8th. Wow. Settle for 9th. But I don't think I'm going to get that on my own. Gonna need help. It is an unfortunate thing about the TCR that unless you're battling with another car, you know, that will help you exit the track. I don't generally think people have race-ending accidents that often in them. And when you're battling with another car, sure, you're going to get some argy-bargy. So then it'll happen. But if you're just off by yourself like I am, I don't know how often it happens. Whereas, you know, if you're driving like a F1 or an Indy car around here, you can have a race-ending accident on any corner just because it's, you know, so fast. So scary.
Leader's off pit road.
That's the GT4 leader. Now, I can't tell you why he's pitting. It might just be that that's how much fuel their car carries. Or it might be that he has a setup from the other series where they only carry half as much fuel as we do here. Well, not that they only carry, but that's my setup in the other series was for four laps worth of fuel, and for this series it's 8 laps worth of fuel. So he might be using one from the other series. But I can't tell you much about the GT4s. But I can tell you that was probably, he probably did not tow. You can probably tell from the top right if he towed or not, but I don't think he did, because I think the GT4s were near the start finish when they said leaders in the pits. Boy, I went on a lot there about leaders in the pits, didn't I? Especially considering it's not even my class, it's not even a TCR car. Spotter won't say much about the TCR cars. I don't know if this series is being broadcast anywhere. It might be. Probably not. This is the same weekend as the Sebring 12 hours, so if iRacing is doing any broadcast of special events, they're probably doing the Sebring top split. Again, if you want to watch more of this kind of TCR GT4 action, check out Hauer 74, HAUE 74 at on twitch.tv, or also you can also search that on YouTube. He's got a lot of clips, a lot of videos. I watched this one yesterday. He's come. It was a track. It was this track. Well, it was a Nurburgring, I think. It doesn't matter. But he's driving the F1 car. He comes out of the pits and he just spins it and boom, clips P4 in the race. P4 is like, what the hell? I was like, oops, sorry. It's a pretty good clip. Those are always fun when you're well. But yeah. But I'll be doing a lot of these MOAR races. Getting to like this car. Okay, so RP7. The blue cars are in the relative. The blue ones are blue box, are TCRs. And P7 is in the pits, so he's got a problem. It's gonna put us up to top 10. P10 is in the pits as well, and a lap down. So we're making up spaces.
9 minutes 35.7. That's it, man. Make your eyes get real big when they see you back there.
Heck yeah! It says P10 right now, but I think it might be P9 because I think that P7 guy, I think he had crossed the line. When you drive in, yes, he's still listed as P7. When you drive in, you cross the start-finish line, so it'll score you as that for this lap. But we have technically passed it, but our position won't update until we pass start finish again. So we're currently really P9, and those guys behind are definitely catching up. So, and he got out 23 seconds behind. So yeah, so we've got 3 cars behind us, and I feel confident that they are all gaining on us. And I was going faster with the other setup. So this is unfortunate. Ah! 1x. Limit is 17. That is something else. Wow. Okay, so the limit is 17. I get a drive through 25. That's it. And for a 2-hour race at a place like Summit Point, that is an incredibly low number, considering a lot of iRacing things have no limit. iRacing and incident caps are, let's just call them contentious. Okay, that was a TCR, one of the guys who passed. I remember his name, but I can't afford to lose 2-3 seconds a lap. We're in trouble. Dang it. Oh, I wish I had my other setup. Okay, I'm not gaining on Pedro. He must have just had an incident. So we're not gaining on anybody ahead. We're losing time to cars behind. I am concerned. I try to go faster there every lap. It's gonna catch me out sooner or later. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. And it eats at your brain that just thinking those guys are inexorably closing slowly by slowly, inch by inch. However, maybe they just have a little bit of a move. Not asking for a big boo-boo, just enough to slow down a bit. That's all I'm asking for. I don't think I'm gonna get it. Gonna have to do it all on my own. Focus, Spear, focus. I was thinking of how long the race has already been going on. Can you believe it isn't 45 minutes already? I was thinking instead of paying attention to what I was doing. And I slowed down too much in that corner. I don't know the corner names.
Thanks, Oliver.
That wasn't supposed to happen. I can't get this car fixed. Sometimes everyone's muted, sometimes they are not. I asked iRacing about it, they recommended I delete my entire iRacing folder, and next time I start the game it would recreate it on its own. I really don't want to do that. But do I have an option? Although, to be fair, I did not check my settings to make sure. Sometimes the button I had clicked, sometimes for whatever reason it unclicks itself. Sometimes it doesn't, which makes it extra confusing. If it would do it every time, I would check it every time. Yeah, clearly that guy's, they're all catching me hand over foot now. Dang it. And I'm using more fuel, so where previously it said I could do 4.05 laps remaining on the tank of fuel, now it's saying only 3.97. That's, again, these numbers are from start to finish, not right now, because of course it's gone down from there. But so I'll have to stop a lap earlier than I was planning, which might be good or bad. It'd be better to go longer, but maybe by pitting earlier somehow it helps me. You know, whenever the GT4s come around, maybe I'll be in the pits. Could happen. You never know. I'm afraid to push there at all. Maybe all this banging around has actually damaged the car a little bit. Well, not really. I've been going faster each lap. P6 in the pits. He was a minute ahead. Could he be pitting for fuel? Actually, at this point, I think somebody could make it to the end if they pit it now. If the possible. But, ooh, what happened to the relative? I think I just because I'm speeding. I'm gonna be back to normal soon. 11th, 12th, and 11th have swapped positions. So something did happen with one of the guys at least. Did he just get passed by that one guy? Because that one guy was fast. One of those guys back there is fast. I guess the guy at 9, Jerome Prelude, yeah, he was ahead of all of us.
9 minutes 33.
Somehow he got. Okay, so yeah, we did go faster. See, Thomas is out now, so he I think he can go to the end. Okay, so that was actually good for us. I don't know if it was because of my doing, even though I was faster than the other times, or that they slowed down to let Jerome through. I think. What happened? Where'd he go? I was looking at the relative. Jerome was on the relative, and then he just disappeared from the relative. Did he get disconnected? Did he just blink out of existence? Or was I looking at the wrong guy? Or did he have an accident and is still on the relative, but just really far back there? Or did he pit? Oh, there's so many things that could have happened back there and I didn't see. He could have pitted. Okay, I'm constantly needing more fuel. As my lap times go down, my fuel usage goes up. Which I guess is alright at this point. The car ahead of me is faster and has fuel to the end. Plus I need to stop, so... Not gonna get that position, but... Like I said, I would settle for 9th. I would prefer 8th. Although saying that out loud is pretty much obvious. I'd prefer P1. Oh ho ho. But yeah, 8th or 9th was really my goal into this thing. Haven't done a lot of TCRs. My left ankle is really fighting me. Oh yeah. Oh man, yeah. Okay, I should not have tried to stretch it. I was like, well, I'll just, stretch it out a little bit on the straight when I don't need it. It did not appreciate that. It's now just, it will only move in the braking, it will only move to press the brakes and that amount of movement as well. No, it does not want any other move. Oh. Okay, there was a yellow flag there. Why? Oh, probably JC Pena. Back marker. 15th. Ooh. He's having a tough race. But yeah, so braking, oh man. We're not even halfway done. My throttle foot, that feels fine. That's mostly just bearing. But the brake foot is getting a lot of use. And it's varying in intensity. Alright. Okay, so I'm happy with the distance the cars behind are. You always want more, but I'm happy that it's increased a bit. Remember, we might or might not be taking tires. I mean, right now it doesn't feel like I need to, but You don't want to get 3/4 of the way through the race and say, oh, I really need new tires. We shall see. I think I would go with all 4. If I need front tires, I think I would go with all 4. Just because I really don't want to have a rear end that's going to slide out on me. Really don't want it. All right, so we might have problems with JC Pena, as we're in the same class of car, going roughly the same speed.
Leaders on pit road.
That's another GT4. I pretty much just ignore the leader on pit road messages. GT4s have nothing to do with us. Woo! Oh yeah, so Jerome did pit. And he lost 2 minutes. Oh my, Jerome, what happened? So I don't know if he had another accident or just from his previous accident. But he is, well actually I'm not even catching JC Pena now. Which I guess is a good thing. Yeah, so I don't think Jerome can make up 2 minutes in an hour. I hope Jerome can't make up 2 minutes in an hour. Never say never. I've got one more lap for me after this. And then it's the momentous pit box. Don't know who that is. Yeah. One thing about this, there's so many drivers who signed up for this race that I didn't get in a split with anybody I know. It's a really weird feeling for me because normally I'm racing more of the less populated series. Lotus 49, Lotus 79, Camel, Indy cars even. Oh, that's picked up recently with the new series they've been putting in iRacing. But so you know, I kind of get to know a lot of the drivers. Well, not necessarily personally, but I recognize the names. You know, sometimes they talk, say things, you know how they drive, you know how fast they are. Everybody knows the series regulars and things like that. But I think there was over 400 and something signed up for this series, this race alone. There might be more might be going the next split. There's 3. This series goes. There's 3 time slots every 2 weeks. So I don't know if this is the busiest time slot or the next one will be, or even maybe the next one. So this is just the first time slot. There's 2 more. But you know, there's so many people that I don't know. I didn't recognize any of the names at all. And it's always more fun racing people you know. In the Lotus 49, I'm with Kaduchi and Ben. I was hoping to get in with Howard, but I lost a lot of points in the Lotus 49 races, so I'm not. Okay, I can see people, but another one way up there, but I can't get. I don't. You know, this distance feels like only a couple seconds in a IndyCar LMP2. I'm like, oh, I'll be there in a second. But in the TCRs, it's gonna take me a while to get up there. Okay, so Tommy is still an issue, I think, at 20 seconds back. Josh, I think, has had more problems. He's 25 back. So, let's do one more. We'll do one more. All right. Like the tires, how they feel in that section, but some of the other sections. Alright. Oliver there. Did he tow?
9
His name was Blue, but I first saw it and then it turned gray, which is what happens when somebody tows, but I'm not certain. We might have just driven in. We might not have. You can see that on the screen. Well, possibly, if you had eagle eyes before I mentioned anything. But doesn't really matter. I'm never really looking at the standings. Yeah, standings. I'd say, yeah, I'm in 9th. I want to be 8th. You know, something like that. But I'm not concerned about how far I'm behind 5th place or 4th place. You know, if that's going to happen, that's going to happen. You know, there's nothing I can do about that. I'm more focused short term. What's in front of me? What's behind me? You know, what are my immediate issues? Yeah, I'm thinking about Tommy and I'm thinking about JC Bateman. That's it. I'm hoping the car in front of me continues just to stay in front of me and keep going how they're going. I'd like Tommy to slow down a little bit. It's not too much to ask, is it? Definitely have to pit. Fuel is where we want it. Okay, so everything's ready to go. Everything is ready to go. Gotta check on the tires before I decide what to do with them. But as far as fuel and when to pit, it's next time. Don't forget, Spear. I could make it another lap if I somehow completely lose my train of thought and drive right by the pits. I could make it another lap. It wouldn't be a fast lap, I'll tell you that. I could make it. Because I'm close to making it anyway, but... Alright. Wow, P16 TCRs on my relative. Tell me, only one TCR has dropped out of the race. Wow. So people are staying here. People are getting repairs and coming back out because in a 2-hour race, you never want. Ooh, I see a lot of tire tracks out there in the sand. But in a 2-hour race, you never know, you know, what's going to happen. So get your repairs and get back out there. I get a few freebies along the way. Or at least practice for the next one. As this is a fun drive, regardless of where you finish. Well, unless you've been smashed by someone else and now your car's half broken and just crabbing along. Not such a fun drive then. Okay. I thought this guy was falling back to me, but it looks like the back marker is just... I think the guy did fall back to me. I think Thomas had a little off ahead, and the back marker passed him. I mean, just a little off. I think he might have just, you know, gone on the grass somewhere like there and slowed down, and the back marker passed him. Nothing major. But I saw him lose a couple seconds. I was like, oh. Thought something might be happening, but not enough.
Leader pit road.
Tommy's really gaining on me here. Alright, we got the fuel set, got the windshield tear off. That's a 13 lap race for the TCRs. I'm hoping it's close to being 14, but I've been saying 13 for quite a while, so hopefully that's correct. Hopefully we don't have to do an extra lap at the end, because I'm not going to feel for it. Just a little lift, which Tommy will probably avoid. He will make up a little bit more time. I don't know what's going on ahead with the back marker and the other guy. I mean, the back marker seems to be going at the same clip as P7, so. But I guess they are catching P6, so. You don't want to let P7 go, see if we can get by. But the back marker is going at a nice speed. Now the question is, when are these TCRs pitted? A couple of them are already pitted. Ahead and behind. But Tommy and Josh, are they pitting my same lap? Can they go one more? Because at the start of the race, I really thought I could go one more lap. I thought I could go 8 laps. So maybe they've been able to do it. Didn't care for the way I did that. No, Tommy made up a lot of time.
But pit this time, pit this
Oh, look
time.
at P7 and Thomas Hart totally got my Pedro. Have they both pitted? I think I remember Pedro being in the pits. I think they both pitted. Pit this time, Spider says, so we're gonna do that. As I swerve all over the road to take a drink, and man, that has made my hand cold. There's the reason they put those handles on mugs. Keep your hand warm. Oh.
Don't forget to pit this lap for more fuel.
I'm not gonna forget. Well, it's nice that they remind me so many times, though, because I gotta tell you, it's possible. Who's that? Oh, it's Pedro. I thought we had seen Pedro before. Oh, this guy just appeared out of nowhere. Where's his feet?
Right here.
There. Tires. Oh, they're not below 70%. We're not changing tires. House said change if they're below 70%. They're not below 70%. So blame Howard if something happens. So the guys behind me, Josh and the other guy, were able to go the extra lap. But
Go, 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 hard, hard,
if they're changing tires, and maybe that's why I'm passing Pedro here, if he's changing tires. It might, it'll slow them down during their stops. So that might be the time I need. Or I've made a huge mistake. By the time the race ends, I will no longer be able to drive because my tires will be useless. And everyone will pass me. And I'll crash in a ball of flame. Yeah, Pedro, I'm sure, changed tires. It was like 30 extra seconds in the pits. And I'm sure he'll be able to make that time up. Well, and he was faster anyway. He was already ahead of me before the pits. And two, now he's got new tires, so he'll be faster than me after the pits. No. But that's all right. Pedro is not. It was Tommy and Josh I was worried about. 40 seconds to Tommy ahead. Those were the two guys I was worried. I was worried about the guys behind me because I didn't want to lose that P9. The tires are. Maybe it's my imagination, but maybe I should have changed tires. Hey, if you made it this far, you're a real fan of the TheSpearSTL, so, hit that like, smash that like button. Not just hit it, smash it. But don't hurt your computer or your mouse, that would be unfortunate. And, subscribe and stuff like that if you want. Check me out on Twitch, TheSpearSTL, and that Twitter thing. You're still here. Wow, are we related? So I can't even get my relatives to watch. Oh, truth be told, I don't think any of my relatives are into gaming. Which was weird. Well, why haven't you been into gaming? But everybody's got their own thing. Not everybody likes the same stuff. Alright, let's go. Now we made up a little bit. I think I made him a second on Pedro. Out of that. Of course, his tires be cold, so it makes sense, and I might just be making up stories. Have not made up that second on Pedro. Jerome is a minute behind, and he can go the rest of the race. Can't even make up a minute in 6 laps. 5 laps? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 5. If there's 14th lap, I am in a world of hurt. Although I guess everybody else would be too, because nobody has fuel for that. Alright, still losing more time to Tommy. But I'm hoping the time I save not changing tires is going to make it worthwhile. We shall see. The plan is for me to do 3 of these races, all 3 of the races. This one started at 10 a.m. The next one starts at 7 p.m. And then there's one tomorrow, 3 in the afternoon. So there's plenty of time between the races to do all 3. Oh, come on. I might change tires next time. Just for funsies. It might just be my driving. Well, like I said, I like a nice sticky car. And at least it's not loose. Jerome appears to have made up 5 seconds since I last looked at his time. That is amazing and astounding. And if it continues, I'm in a world of hurt, because that was not a lap. That was like a third of a lap. If he's making up 15 seconds a lap on me. And if Tommy and Josh get me, holy mac, and Pedro, yeah! I don't want to think about it. Oh, I am thinking about it, aren't I? That's a long ways away. Right now, let's just do this lap and see what happens when we pass the pit lane, Tommy and Josh. It's all that matters. Don't start coughing now, Spear. $15 seconds on Pedro. What? Pedro? You don't want to do that. Pedro had a slight off, I guess. Now, if I could beat Pedro, that would... yeah, I'd be very happy with that. Because I was not expected to beat Pedro. Oh, no, we're a long ways from that. Don't count your chickens there, but... ...44 seconds to Tommy. They've got to be pitting now. They were able to go that extra lap. Yeah, see, there's P4 in the pits. Soon to be joined by P8 and P9. And where will they come out relative to me? I could have sworn that Thomas Bartoli, I could have sworn he pitted earlier. That's another reason I want to be in a race with people I know, so that their names are familiar and that I remember who's pitted, who's done what. I can't keep them all straight. Alright, Tommy and Josh, of course, still in there. The question isn't are they still in it, it's how close are they going to be behind me when they come out. 5.2. Okay, so Thomas, of course, he's faster than me and he's in front. And he's fueled to the end, so that's... we're not going to get him. Pedro's still back there. We're looking for Tommy. Now, before pit stops, he was down just 15 seconds. There he is, 25 seconds. Did he take tires? He made up more time on my out lap. He was faster than me on that out lap. So I'd say he probably did take tires. Probably took 2. I don't know how long tires take. Dang it. And this Oliver guy is the real wild card. If he catches me, I'm gonna have to slow down and let him back marker through.
Go more, bud.
"40 minutes. Oliver kind of picked a bad spot. He's right in the middle of all these TCRs. Oh. Oh, that's poor. Some of these corners I am not doing so hot on. I don't know what to think about Oliver. If he catches me, is he going to barge by? He's got nothing to lose by a spectacular crash with me. He's already way back in 13. So he has nothing to lose, but I have everything to lose. But I'm just saying, I don't know. He could be a great guy, a good guy, and not get in any accidents at all. So I'm just scared. I'm scared. I've been around iRacing enough to know to be scared. Where are we? Surely we're not 6th. Is it possible we're 6th? Is that even possible? That doesn't sound possible. But it doesn't matter. Just watch out for Oliver, Pedro, and Tommy. Oliver seems to be faster than Pedro and Tommy, which is good in one way and not so good in another. It's good that Oliver and Tommy, or Pedro and Tommy, are not catching me hand over fist, but I didn't want a back mark to catch me. Uh-oh, everybody's catching me now. No! Yeah, that downhill section's never been, in any car, it's never been one where I'm fast. I really don't want to lose 2 more spots. 4 more laps. 4.5 more laps. And Oliver continues to close, so I will assume that he will 1 by. And I will assume that he'll barge through when he wants to. Nothing against Oliver, but it is iRacing. If somebody wants through, you let them through or they push off the track. But really can't afford to lose any time at all to Pedro and the other guy, Tommy.
Right side.
Yeah. How many laps?
There, man, I keep telling him. I'm working up here. Still there.
Jeez.
Clear.
How many laps down is this guy? 2 laps down. See, I knew once I was on the side, I was like, oh, I'm not messing with this guy. He wants by. Yeah, he's, for whatever reason. Guarantee make no extra spots by passing me. Look at this driving. Would be concerned that he's not going to finish this race. I just don't want to go with him when he erupts into a ball of flame. All right. We need some more time on Pedro. We need time on Pedro. Tommy has made up 3 seconds. That's not enough for Tommy, I don't think. We got 4 to go. I think I'm getting a little draft here. Four to go, I hope. Ooh. All right. Can we keep ahead of Pedro and Tommy? That's the question.
9 minutes 33.1.
Oh, I wish I was faster. There was one other guy behind Tommy. What happened to him? I thought for sure I could beat him. Because he was falling back from Tommy. before the pits. Cost me a lot of time. They seem to be driving pretty well behind me. Minimal incidents. Letting it all hang out. I may start braking more there. I know in the beginning, GT4 is gonna mess with us, isn't it? Or P13. I know in the beginning I was
Leader pit road.
didn't brake, then I did brake, then I didn't brake. I think as the tires go down, I think I need a little more braking there. I can only hope that GT4 back there catches me in a good spot. Can't believe people would be pitting this late at GT4. There may have been a moment. I can't believe they could have gone 10 laps without pitting. They might be on a two-stopper, you never know. We talked about that earlier. If you had the wrong setup, couldn't fuel as much as the other cars. Oh man, that felt slow. I don't know if it was, I think it was, it felt slow. I should have taken a better angle. That's alright. That's alright. No Kirby. And if your name is Kirby, I'm sorry, I didn't mean you. Pedro's definitely catching. Then the question is, when does Pedro force his way by? And does he do it in a better way? Because ideally, if you're Pedro, well, either of us, you just wait until the long straight and get behind somebody. They slingshot you along. Safest, easiest, but not always the route taken. That GT4 will get me on the straight. Looking like it. That would be ideal for him to wait until the straight. Oh boy. Keep in mind you're in 13th, dude. Oh, this is going to work out good, I think. I'll stay over here, give you the whole track. Easy peasy, everybody happy.
Right side. Still there, quarter. Clean.
Woohoo! Scuderia Volte. Spears flying down. Top speed. Whoosh. Gives me a few tenths against Pedro. Whoa! Ah, don't do that. No blinky blinky. Free to go.
Minute 33.7.
Oh, that was incredibly slow feeling. 3 to go. Pedro and Tommy still there. There's not going to be any let up at all in this one. There's Jerome, 33, so he's made up quite a lot of time on me, but hope he's not making up 11 seconds a lap. Plus he'll have trouble getting through anybody else behind me. Here's the thing, no matter how fast you are, you still gotta get past people. It's not always easy, especially here. Now the thing what Howard said about the tires, don't change them. Well, he recommended 70% would be a good time to change them if I was going to change them. But he said only the fronts.
But nice smooth, let's save our stuff here for a little bit, load it into the corner.
So I'm thinking my tires are now at 50% from that message. That's what it's. But they say something about your car for no reason. That's tires are at 50%. But he probably had a point about only changing the fronts because the rears. But I said I didn't want them to be, you know, I didn't want to be rippy in the front and slick in the back. They weren't going to be slick in the back because the back ones were still like 95, 93, 95, 96. The back ones were doing pretty good. So it was only the front ones that I would need to worry about. And I definitely saved, what did we say at the time, 25 seconds? Something like that? Because Pedro had a good lead on me and came out 10 seconds behind me, so did save quite a bit of time not changing tires at all. Would save about half that if I only changed the fronts, although I don't know if Pedro only changed the fronts. Or if he changed all four, I don't have any way of knowing that. As of right now, I'm going to say that was a good call not to change tires, but 2.5 very long laps to go. Who knows? Although, really, even if they catch me because my tires just give up the ghost and have to crawl around, I would have been in the same spot had I changed tires. Because I would have been behind him. Either way. So, just thinking what I'm going to do next race. Change tires? No change tires? Nobody knows. Pedro's really starting to catch up. He's catching up much faster than I want him to. I think I only need to worry about Pedro at this point. Unless I have more tire issues. Turning is more and more fraught with danger. I think I'm going to need Pedro to have an issue. I see a yellow flag, I see smoke. Nothing from the spotter, so I knew I didn't have to worry about a car being there, but I can't look at the relative to see who or what it might have been, so. We'll wait to find that out later. Thomas Partoli, wasn't that the car in front of me? P5? Oh, these names, I can't keep them all straight. Let's go as fast as you can, Spear. We'll figure it out at the end. That section is getting iffy. Well, I don't know. Now that the tires are less than 50%, there's a big difference. Oh, that time to Pedro. Pedro is making up just enough time to catch me at the end. With 2 to go, he's making up 3 seconds a lap. He's gonna be on my tail as we enter the straight. If that's the situation, I got no chance. Tommy is actually oh my. I don't want the 3 of us together at the end. Taking these curves at the end of a 2-hour race on my original set of tires. Can't guarantee any of us would make it out alive. Oh. I'm trying, dude. I am trying. Oh, man. Is that 2 to go? No. So, lost a huge chunk of time there. We are in a world of hurt. But I'm thinking, what do I do about these tires? For the next race, I'm thinking about the next race already. I mean, clearly, this was the best choice in this race. It got me ahead of these guys that I would not have been ahead of had I changed tires. So either way, this race is the same. But if I'm not going to jump people at the pits, in the next one, maybe I'm not going to jump anybody at the pits. And nobody's catching me from behind that I need to worry about. Maybe I change tires. Now, how was that not an incident? But earlier I did even further out, but it was an incident. I don't know. Oh, there's Josh. I remember Josh Gardner. All right, that was the guy. That was the guy who was right behind Tommy. So he's a minute back, so he must have had an issue. But now we are in World of Hurt with Tommy and Pedro. Tommy's really making up time. I feel like I'm giving time to Pedro. Just none of these corners are going the way I want them to. The tires are angry. They're saying they've given me a lot of hard work. Wait a second, I thought I had my windscreen turned on. Change the windscreen. I'm sure I did.
Leader's on pit road.
Leader's on pit road. Something's going on. The leader has had some kind of accident. You do not pit now.
Leader pit road.
No, 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 you do not. So something has gone on with the leaders to make them pit. The GT4 leaders have had a moment. Unless that guy is 3 stopping, is that even possible? Like I said, if you had the impact, actually if you had the impact setup, you would have to 3 stop. So I mean that is a thing. Oh, I made it without braking at the front of it. By the time I got to the end of it, I couldn't slow it down enough. Kind of like that. Nope. There you go. Nope. That's the car is totally destroyed. Nope. Game over. Game over, man. That's it. I got nothing. Yep. I got a tow. That's it. I can't drive. Unbelievable. All that for nothing. All that for nothing. I totally destroyed the car on that soft little hit. It did not. It's well, okay. Was not a soft little hit, but nothing looks broken. Still nothing looks broken. Just a little body work. I must have. Oh wait. The rear side looks down. Oh well. And a super long tow, 7 minutes of towing. So, how many spots am I going to lose because of that? 4 spots or more. I was P5. P5. Here are some other cars going much faster than me. Actually, I don't even know. I think that might be the end of the race. If that's the end of the race, thanks for watching. And see you in the next one. To hit that like.